Effective communication is very important when it comes to a good conversation. When you can effectively communicate with the other person, then only starts an amazing communication and an amazing conversation with the other person. In this video, I would be helping you with some tips and tricks for an effective communication. Welcome back to my channel. Hope you all are doing great. And without any further ado, let's get into the video. Tip number 1 is express yourself in an open and meaningful way. The more you can open up to the other person honestly and in a meaningful way, the more it will turn out to be an effective communication. You have to be open, you have to be honest, and you have to be meaningful. You have to make the other person understand that you want to have that communication, and in a way that the other person becomes interested in that communication. You have to be honest to yourself, and you have to be open to the conversation to flourish. Then only the conversation will turn out to be an effective communication. The next point is very simple again. Listen to what the other person is saying. Let the other person speak for himself or herself. Listen to what the other person is talking about. If you are a very good listener, then only the conversation will turn out to be great and it will turn out to be an effective communication. If you want to be a great conversationalist, first you have to be a very good listener. Do not interrupt in between when the other person is saying something. Listen patiently. That's a very good quality that a person should have if you want to be a great conversationalist, if you want to have an effective communication. This is a very important point. You have to keep this in mind always. The next point is non-verbal communication. An effective communication relies a lot on non-verbal gestures. There are a lot of non-verbal gestures that are being included in a communication. You have to look into those gestures. You have to look for those gestures. You have to understand what the other person is saying by his body language. Then only you'll be able to understand perfectly what the other person is trying to communicate with you. That would lead to an effective communication. Developing an awareness of body language, tones will help you to make an even more effective communication, and also will improve your presentation skill. So yeah, take a note on that. The next tip is be approachable and kind. Always be approachable so that the other person can approach you for a conversation. And be pleasant, have a pleasant personality. That's very important for an effective communication. Do not be rude to anyone. There are a lot of times when a person comes to you for a conversation, and if you do not seem interested in the conversation, then the conversation will not even happen. So keep a pleasant personality so that anyone can approach you and can have an awesome conversation with you. Look out for that. Be presentable, be approachable, and be kind. This is very important quality if you want to be a great conversationalist and want to have an effective communication. Always remember that not all conversations are effective communication, unless and until both of the parties understand each other well and both of them enjoy the time with each other, enjoy the conversation with each other, and bond with each other. The wavelength is very important if you want to have a great conversation, if you want to have an effective conversation or an effective communication. Always remember that. The next point is observe others who have great conversational skills. There are a lot of people out there who are great with English fluency, who can speak well, but they are not great conversationalists. To become a great conversationalist, to have an effective communication, there are a few qualities that you have to have inside you, and look out for those personalities who have that. They have a charismatic personality. Look out for that and observe how they are speaking, how they are talking to people, how they are presenting, and try to inculcate those qualities inside you. You can observe and you will learn so much. Observation is a great skill. You will learn from the great personality and from someone who is a great conversationalist. Try to figure out people who can actually make an effective communication and try to inculcate those qualities. That will help you. And I feel that one should have an effective communication to actually have a meaningful conversation. That's very important. And only fluency in a language doesn't bring that. So look out for these qualities. Try to build a habit of speaking to other people well, and try to use these tips and tricks in the future. Hope this video helps, and if it did so, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you very soon. Till then, stay happy, stay blessed and stay positive.